Hi, and thanks so much for joining me. Today we are talking about my most recent bronzer purchases. If you'd like to see that, please keep watching. As you know, I am always in between shades, never quite sure what to get. So I'll buy one and then ultimately I want to see what the other one looks like, so I end up buying two. So I have 2 shades of the Gucci bronzer, 2 shades of the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, 2 shades of the Chantecaille bronzer, and one of you wanted to know about the Guerlain bronzer, so I'll put that in at the end. But I just wanted to compare, and of course I've made another spreadsheet because I wanted to compare their claims and really let you know what the differences and similarities are between them. And I think a lot of it comes down to the shade. So we'll have a lot of swatches. We'll have swatches in natural light, swatches with like a flashlight kind of lighting, and then swatches outside. So you'll get to see them kind of in all different lights because I think that the flashlight actually gives you the most detail in terms of the shimmer. I think the natural light gives you the most in terms of the accurate shade. I think that's the most accurate, but natural light is probably the most you'll see the bronzer on the skin, if that makes any sense. So I thought I'd throw them all in there. I'm quite thorough when I talk about items because I want to make sure I'm giving you the most precise information as possible. So that's why I do the spreadsheet. So let's go ahead and just start with the Gucci. So I'm going to swatch these on my arm just so I can look at them while I'm talking about them. I mean, I did this already. I actually filmed the swatches first because that gave me a really good idea of what I was looking at. So I've got the Gucci bronzers, which retail for $62 each. So the packaging is just so pretty anyway. It does come with a brush. Most people, I don't think, use it. So it's this little brush. So it's housed in the bottom part. I have the shades 3 and 4. I think I originally picked up, I think I picked them both up at the same time. But you can see I've definitely used one more than the other. So this is 3 and this is 4. I'll show you a close-up of what these look like with light shown on them, with a light on them, like a flashlight, so you can really see the shimmer. This one has more reflective particles in it, I think, than the other ones. You can't really see it in natural light, but once you look with like a light directly on it, you can see the particles. So when I wear it though, I don't really see them. So in the natural light, you'll see that they don't really stick out that much, but there is definitely shimmer in there. It says the finish is luminous. It says the texture is silky, creamy, ultra thin. It has a delicate floral scent. Yeah, it's a very delicate floral scent, a little bit sweet. The technology in this is that it has soft focus microspheres and biomimicry pigments. It says it's long lasting and it has shea butter and hyaluronic acid to nourish the skin. Its superficial claims say that it blurs lines, fine lines, and pores. So out of these two though, I prefer, as you can see, the shade 3. Shade 4 pulls a bit red on me for sure. So out of those two, I would pick shade 3. Moving on to the next bronzers, we've got the Charlotte Tilbury, and I initially purchased 2 medium right here. And then when they came out with a refill, this is a refill product because the packaging, let's just look at it, is very large. Oh, I didn't even compare the size. That's one thing I didn't compare. I will list that below. Actually, let's see. This one, 12 grams or 0.42 ounces on the Gucci. And this is 16 grams or 0.56 ounces. And it retails for $55. So I'll break it down by gram for you if you really want to know the details of that. But here are the shades. Again, 3, and then I just wanted to see what tan was like, so I ordered tan once they had the refills. So let me just swatch these so I can look at them again closely. These are definitely the mattes of the group, and I think you can see I do use one more than the other here as well. So this says, Charlotte Tilbury's says, it's matte yet glowing. So again, is the most matte, smoothing and natural, it says on the skin. The texture is smooth. There was no information regarding a scent, and let me just smell here. I don't smell anything. It says it's a beautifying airbrush DNA and fine as air, finely milled pigments to blur the appearance of pores and smooth over your skin. So it does have very similar claims as a Gucci that says that it blurs the appearance of pores and has a smoothing effect on the skin. It has a long-lasting feel on the skin. So when it says long-lasting, it said long-lasting feel. So I thought that was kind of like an interesting combination of words. Long-lasting feel. Not quite sure what to make of that claim. It says it has hyaluronic acid, which is moisturizing, silky mica treated with amino acids to impart a silky, smooth, long-lasting feel on the skin. There's that long-lasting feel. And then it has blurring, soft focusing silica, which adds a rich velvety texture. So in addition to that smooth texture, it says it is a rich velvety texture. And it reflects the light for a okay. Start over. It says it adds a rich velvety texture and reflects the light for a soft, focused effect. Microfine perfecting powders deliver an invisibly thin, silky filter on the skin to add depth of color and coverage. Magical microspheres for increased payoff and an elegant, silky texture. So this is all about smooth, silky texture, velvety. So it's silky and velvety. Okay, like a silky, velvety texture. So that is a Charlotte Tilbury. So they look more red on camera, and I'm not sure why they come across as red. Because when I look at the swatches, especially compared to the Gucci, you'll see that the Gucci number 4, in fact, looks the most red. So I just thought that was an interesting comparison, or at least it has more pink in it. Let's move on to the Chantecaille. So I've got the Chantecaille Real Bronze Bronzers in Serena, and the other one is in Goa. And I picked up Goa first, and I liked it. I liked the texture, but I really wanted to look at Serena because I thought I like golden shades. And if you look at them together, you can see that they're different in their undertones, and Serena is definitely more golden than Goa. So when you look at these Chantecaille bronzers, they look like they have a sheen to them, which they do, but I don't think they immediately, and until I did this, bumped into the mic. It wasn't until I did this video and put a light on it and actually went up close to the swatches as well with a light that I saw that there was some individual shimmer in there. Now when I wear it, I'm gonna let you guess which one I'm wearing because I do have one of them on right now. So as I go through this, I'd love for you to take a guess and see, and I'll tell you at the end. There is that, but when you wear it, you don't see it. So natural light versus putting like a flashlight on it versus the sun, very different effects. So really quickly about this, the Chantecaille retails for $78. Let's see, does it tell me how much is in here? 11 grams, 0.38 ounces. So it's the smallest of all of them. Smallest amount, that is. Oh yes, there are also 2 shades in the Chantecaille, which I have 2 shades of that already. I have them both. The Charlotte Tilbury has 4 shades. I forgot to mention that. So there's one lighter and one more rich than the ones that I have. And then Gucci has 5 shades. For the finish for Chantecaille, it says there's a glow, real sun-kissed effect, and natural finish. The texture says aerated. There was no information regarding a scent. It didn't say anything. Let me see. I don't smell anything. The technology is pearl pigment technology to create a soft, aerated texture that kisses the skin with a buildable, beautiful glow, but never looks or feels like makeup, which if you like Chantecaille, that's one thing you probably really are attracted to, is that a lot of their makeup doesn't look obvious. So that's very consistent with that brand. So they didn't have any key ingredients listed, but they did list what they don't have. So Chantecaille as a whole does not have phthalates, sulfate, detergents, mineral oil, petroleum, palm oil, synthetic colors. They are also free of synthetic fragrances and GMOs. Between these two, between Serena and Goa, I prefer Serena. Okay, now let's look at them all together. So if you look at them all together, I'm looking at my arm right now. Yeah, so between Gucci 3 and 4, they both look like they pull a little bit red, but Gucci number 3 on me looks more golden. So I think that's kind of interesting. The Charlotte Tilbury medium and tan, I think again, That tan pulls a bit red, but it's not as red as a Gucci. And then medium looks like just a warmer version of their powder on me. It is more on the golden side than red. Yes, Charlotte Tilbury medium can look more red on camera on me. So not quite sure why that is. It does look like there's just like a hint of pink or something in there though. And then for Chantecaille, we've got Serena and Goa, and I'm looking down here because I'm looking at them myself. And Serena really is the most golden on me out of all of them. So I love Gucci 3, but I have to go really light-handed on that one or else that one's totally overwhelming on me. In fact, I did a video once where I had it in my hairline and I thought it looked subtle, but when I played it back, it looked like there was just a line around my face. So I have to be really careful with that one, but I really do enjoy using that one. Serena, though, is the one that I pull for most frequently when I want something natural looking and easy to wear every day. It blends so easily. So this would be my first one that I would pick out of all of them. For the second choice, I'd probably go with Gucci number 3. I think that one's a pretty one. Then I would go with Charlotte Tilbury number 2. So that's the order that I would probably say I use them the most. Mostly because this is daily and it always looks really pretty. This one for more of an impact, like when I really want to bronze things up, I'll do this one. And this one also is nice. I think I use this probably with more like cooler toned makeup, more neutral toned makeup. I would say I use this. So as for the ones I don't really use, which one do I use the most? Okay, out of all the ones I use the most out of the ones that I don't use as much, did that make sense? I don't use these as much, but I still use them. Okay, I would choose number 4 Gucci because I like to layer number 3 and 4 together, starting with 4 as the base and then 3 to kind of soften it a little bit. So 4 will give that intensity. And then out of these two, I think I would say Goa because Goa does the same thing when I layer it with Serena. It just intensifies it a little bit for me. But I really wear this very close to the hairline and not as close to my face. I really love this formula too, so that is probably why. And then out of all of them, yeah, I probably wear this the least. It was just, I think it's too much for me. So again, the way I would wear this, if I was going to wear this, is I would wear these together. This first, closer to the hairline, and then this. So I hope that was helpful. What else can I tell you about these? I feel like I'm missing something. So I just wanted to show you, though, someone was asking about Guerlain. I love these bronzers. I think Guerlain does amongst the most beautiful bronzers. So I just thought I'd throw these in. So I just wanted to show you a swatch of the Sun Trio in Deep as compared to the other ones. Now, there is a scent with these. Just all the Guerlain products have that signature scent. So just be aware, because I know some people don't like fragrance. But these were like my go-tos until all of those came along, especially this one. This is the Terracotta Matte. So this one has that kaolin clay. I think it is what it is. It's like it's good for more oily skin, especially. So I will swatch these again next to everything else. They're both really pretty if you wanted those. So there's a reason why Guerlain is known for bronzers, because they're very good. So those are the two I would recommend in case you were interested in those. I love them both. And I think that's it for my bronzer video. I really feel like I'm missing something, but it's 20 minutes already, so I probably said more than enough. So all I do, just so you know how I come up with a spreadsheet, is I will copy all of the descriptors on their pages, and I go to the company's page and I copy it, and then I look and I create categories based on similarities I'm seeing between them, and then I take the details and I put them into these other little boxes, and that's how I end up with my spreadsheet. So I can see that in terms of price, the most expensive is Chantecaille at $78, then it goes to Gucci at $62, and then Charlotte Tilbury at $55. The number of shades again, Gucci has the most at 5. Charlotte Tilbury has then 4. Chantecaille has 2. The finish on the Gucci, luminous versus Charlotte Tilbury, matte yet glowing. And then Chantecaille, glow, natural effect. Texture on Gucci, silky, creamy, ultra thin. Charlotte Tilbury, smooth. Chantecaille, aerated. The scent, only Gucci has it stated as a delicate floral. Technology, Gucci has a soft focus microsphere and biomimicry pigments. In Charlotte Tilbury, there is airbrush DNA and fine as air finely milled pigments. And then in the Chantecaille, there are pearl pigments to create a soft aerated texture. Okay. Long lasting, the only one that claimed that it was long lasting was Gucci. Charlotte Tilbury says it has a long lasting feel. So I don't think that's the same as long lasting. Let me know what you think that means. These all last all day long for me, if that helps. And then key ingredients, again, you've got shea butter and hyaluronic acid in the Gucci to nourish the skin. Charlotte Tilbury also has hyaluronic acid, but then it's got silky mica with amino acids for that silkiness. It's got the soft focusing silica for the velvety texture and also reflecting the light for more soft focus. I don't know why I can't say that one. And also microfine perfecting powders for a thin, silky filter. And then they're magical microspheres. And then, like I said, Chantecaille just talks about which ones they don't have in there. And then for the superficial effects for perfecting blurring of fine lines and pores, both Gucci and Charlotte Tilbury claim that. So I hope that was helpful for you. And let me know again if you want more information, but I hope ranking them also helped you because there are a lot of shades out there. And then hopefully also the side-by-side pictures will help in terms of the context of which is more red or which is more cool or which one's more rich than other ones. So please let me know if you have any other questions. I would be happy to answer them. If I don't know the answer, I will find it for you. But that's it for today's video. So please take care of each other. Stay well. And if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. I almost forgot. Make sure you've guessed what you think the bronzer is that I'm wearing, and I will let you know. The answer is probably not surprised. It's this one, Serena by Chantecaille. So good job if you guessed correctly.